welcome to another episode of the Athletic Show.
Oh, I'm excited.
Oh boy! All right, you guys probably saw in like one of the last podcasts, Snez's passion, and I haven't even announced what we're going to be talking about today, but the energy I'm feeling right here is she's gonna be on one today.
Let's do
And when
this.
I say on one, it's called the Passionate Train.
Oh, yeah. You know what? The PT.
Choo choo. Oh my. Okay, stop. No. Why do you have to be like that?
You love it.
I don't know. All right, so today we're going to talk about
gym etiquette.
I can't with
Gym etiquette. You know what that means, guys? We are going to talk about all the things that people do incorrectly.
And how to use manners.
And how to use manners. And how to be a better person. And to not suck so much.
Okay. See, passion. Okay, so for starters, gym etiquette is...
What do you do to make your coach happy?
No. But it's not... I wouldn't say gym etiquette is something that, one, people probably know is a thing. Or they don't know, like, the rules and stuff. But here at Athletics in particular, we try to bring awareness to it because of a couple things. One, it's our environment and how we want to run the gym. Two, keeping our equipment top notch, because if you've ever been in here, you guys get access to the best of the best. You can thank this one for that. And three, like, you just need to know it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
So let's go through some of the gym etiquette. The very first one I'm going to say.
You're going. Go. We'll bounce off. You go, I go.
Okay. The very first one is punctuality.
What?
That's a gym etiquette thing. Stop being late to a scheduled class. Just stop doing it.
All right.
Like, you're judged before you even get here.
Oh my.
You're judged before you even walk through the door.
Okay, let me.
You know what? You're walking up to the gym and I'm like, mother trucker.
Okay, let me translate that.
Go.
When you show up late, it really throws us off as coaches because we prepare, right? So when we have a class, we have a particular, it's starting off, and then when you come in late, you've missed the most important part of the thing when we go over things, and then it kind of throws off things.
And the whiteboard reading.
Yeah, but it just like throws it off, and then it's just,
and you don't care.
Yeah, it's just okay. The worst though is like, if you are going to be late, here's how you can help being late. If you're going to be late, text someone that you're going to be late. 2, if you're late, come into the gym with some initiative. Like, I'm so sorry. Let me hop in. I'm hustling.
Yeah,
don't come in like strolling.
Yeah, stroll in and then just look at the ceiling and see if the ceiling.
Or like you just stand here like we gotta go.
We get so many airy fairies. Like we're like, huh? I'm like, what are you looking at? Because I'm looking straight at your late ass.
And sometimes it happens. I had this conversation with someone. If you're gonna come a couple minutes late, I'd rather you come a couple minutes late, but like give the courtesy, hey, I'm running a couple minutes late, because then now I can prepare so that when you come in, I can serve you to the best of my ability, but you've also given me the heads up.
I will tell you, our clients, I probably should have said this at the beginning, our clients are really good at this.
Yes, they are.
I don't know why, but I think that's just because we have respectful clients. Like, we have respectful members.
You set the tone as well.
Yeah, but, honestly, if you are going to be late, it really does matter if you just shoot a text. And you can't say I don't have your number because you can find me on Instagram. You can't say I don't have your Instagram because you can find me on the app that we have. Mm-hmm. And you can't say that because the gym number is on Google.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, we are fortunate. We have even when people are running late,
we do have people. But we have heard of a lot of other places where, and this goes for the coaches. Can we just do not start your class 5 minutes late? I don't understand. I remember being part of several gyms where the coach, like the 5 a.m. coach, would show up at 5 a.m. You're late at 5 a.m. And then start the class at 5:05 and then either run it over or cut it short for the 5 a.m. I was like, I would be so mad that I'm paying for a service that starts late every time. Like, that's just not good enough. So if you go to a gym that starts late, just pull them up on it. Just say, hey, can we get a little bit more punctuality here? Can we start on time, finish on time? Like, I mean, your time matters. Like, your time is very important. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely a gym etiquette thing. Like, just coming to the gym at the time that you say you're going to come And the coach, same thing goes for the coaches and the business itself. If the business is open at 5 a.m., it should be open at 4:45 a.m. So that's a huge one. Gym etiquette, go.
When you're lifting, you should not stand in front of someone that's lifting.
Like this?
Yes. Big no-no. Big no-no.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that.
Well, that's why I'm bringing awareness.
Yeah, okay. I can't be rough on you on that one because I get it.
It's just like, so think about it. When you guys are going, like, especially in here, we teach you find your focal point. You don't want someone's eyes to be your focal point. That's just awkward.
Or their chest, typically, because they're right in front of you.
Yeah. But, like, if someone, like, if you're there and, like, you're just, like, resting and then the other person's going for something heavy, it's not.
But let's bring a little bit more, let's kind of paint that picture a bit more. So let's say you have, like, we have racks behind us where we've got a rack and a rack, so two people right in front of each other. If you're going for, like, more of, like, the 1 RM, 2 RM, 3 RM, 5 RM, whatever, like, if it's like a max effort lift, get out of the way. Just stand off to the side and don't go at the same time as them. So, right? Like, but we understand that it's, like, literally you're facing each other on the rack. Also, in saying that, though, let's say it's an EMOM, like where everyone's going at the same time. That's different, okay? That's different because a lot of the time it's not your max effort. You don't need to have every single thing lined up perfectly for you to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
If you're on the floor, though, and let's say you're going for a heavy clean or a heavy snatch or Olympic lifting or whatever it is, that's where you can easily move out of the way. Like, easily just kind of step off to the side, let the person do the lift. And this is really only goes for, like, heavy PRs, like personal best, personal records, things like that. Like, if you're doing like less than that, I don't think it's as important or as relevant. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. I know that other gyms don't carry this rule, but I carry it, and I've carried it for a long time. Those barbells that every gym in the world has, those barbells have these things called bearings in the ends of them. And when you drop them, you are damaging the bearings that's in them. So they don't spin as well. So when you're doing your lift, you feel like you're lifting like this stiff kind of piece of steel rather than this smooth piece of steel. The reason for that is people drop empty bars. Now, I know that there are gyms out there, and I know that there's weightlifters that honestly just don't care. But I honestly think that the reason why our barbells still look brand new is because of the care that we take and the initiative that we take in making sure that these barbells, like, one, just feel good every time you use them. They're consistent and they last. So when people drop empty barbells, one, it feels like there's a little bit of ego attached to that. And I feel like people do it because they're like, yeah, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool, you know, just like did a lift, drop it. It's just so unnecessary, and it's one thing that I really dislike. When I go to other gyms, I'm just like, damn, like, that's just showing your gym that you disrespect your gym. Like, you really do. Like, if you think about it. And plus, it's not even a nice sound. Like, dropping an empty bar doesn't sound good. I don't care what you're dropping it on. I don't care if you're the best weightlifter in the world. It doesn't sound good, and you look like an idiot.
Yeah, well, I think also carrying on the barbell, I think that kind of goes for any equipment. Like, if you're doing a kettlebell, don't drop the kettlebell from here. If you're using dumbbells, don't drop the dumbbell from the floor. Wall balls, like, catch it. Like, just respect the equipment. Like, the equipment in gyms, especially in CrossFit gyms, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, we do our best to take care of it so that it lasts. I've been to gyms where it's like they have cracked bars, their wall balls are like in the shape of like Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, you know, that's the worst. When your wall ball changes shape because people keep dropping it. I've been to so many gyms.
It's so annoying because you're doing a wall ball and then it like goes to the side and you're like, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my gosh, that's the worst.
And then like, okay, so now my next one, because this kind of goes with it, with the equipment thing though, is the cleanup. We again instill this in here. It's like grabbing a spray bottle after and wiping down what you use. And I love that you've instilled this because everyone does a great job with it. But again, I've been to multiple gyms prior to athletics opening, and I would leave the gym and my body would be black. My hands would be black. It was dirty. There was one time there was a barbell and I had to go up to the owner. I was like, hey, there's blood on that barbell. You know? So it's like, cleaning up after yourself, whether you're in CrossFit, whether you're at 24, whatever it is, like, just, it's an etiquette thing.
Yeah, it's an etiquette thing, which kind of taps into the next one, which is like the use of chalk. Okay. Oh man, I don't know. Like, I don't know about you, but when I see chalk on my pull-up bars, which people honestly still do kind of like forget, and I know it's a forgetting thing, but like, don't leave chalk on there. One, chalk rusts and it turns brown. It's really nasty.
And then when you're grabbing that, then it fully loses its grip.
Yeah.
I remember at one of the gyms I went to, I literally had to bring like athletic tape, and I had to tape the bar so I had grip on it.
Yeah, and like it's just not necessary. It's such a quick thing too. Just spray bottle on a towel, quick wipe, you're done. But not only that, with chalk, leaving chalk on things, right? Like barbells, kettlebells, dumbbells, and your pull-up bar. But I cannot stand it when people go to a chalk bucket and they're like, all right, got the chalk on. I'm like, you also got the chalk in every single person's eye in this room. Like, because you don't know how to just wipe your hands together. You know, like it's so unnecessary. And I'm not going to lie, I saw it firsthand with kids, but then apparently the adult decided to bring their inner child out and do the same thing. Like, what? Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm watching.
But having a lot of chalk isn't a bad thing.
No.
Like, sometimes you do need the chalk. It's just be gentle with it.
Yeah. It's literally a fragile, like, what do you call it?
Particle?
I don't even know what do you call it.
What's chalk made of?
I'm not sure. We'll look it up. Magnesium?
Really?
Yeah, chalk. I know how chalk has magnesium in it, just so you guys know.
Really? Like, seriously?
Yes, serious. There has to be magnesium in it. Anyways, but it is a substance, for sure, a substance. Yeah, so it's
made of particles.
Yes, but definitely just put it on your hands as much as you need. I don't care if you paint your hands white.
I paint my thighs
Some
white.
people, oh my gosh, some people, you know who you are, just so you know. Whoever's listening to this, you know I know who you are. Anyways, put it on your hands and just be done with it, okay? You don't need to clap your hands together. You don't need to rub your hands together in every single area of the gym, because then it gets in my nose, it gets in my eyeballs. I don't like it. So, and it can actually affect other people. It really can make it harder for other people to breathe. So please remember, you are also breathing in that. Okay, so if you put it all up in the air,
get non-toxic chalk.
Oh my gosh, we're not going to go down that route. Okay, anyways, moving on.
Okay.
What else you got? Gym etiquette. Shirts off. What about that one?
Yeah, I mean, look, I know that there's some gyms that are like no shirts off.
Some shirts off.
Some.
Can I implement if you have a six-pack, you can take your shirt off?
No, stop it. I think
Joking.
that like, I don't see the issue. Like, if you want to have your shirt off, I don't see the issue with it. Where I have an issue with it is like when you take your shirt off and then you flaunt like you look good. Yeah. And like you're flaunting, like carrying off a arrogant vibe. I really don't like that.
Yeah.
You know, like, take your shirt off, work out in your sports bra,
like, if you're
whatever,
going to take your shirt off to flex.
Yeah, like,
don't flex.
You know, like, it's not...
Like, how you move is a flex.
Yeah, I think that would be more impressive.
The actual flex is not a flex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know how many people, like, go into the mirror and they flex and you're just like, what? What are you flexing?
Like, there's a fun way to do it, but then it's like that... I don't know. Don't be arrogant. Yeah. I think, like, that's like one of the things that you can see in fitness, especially if people who like have had a journey and stuff, they get to this point where then they like think like, wow, look at me. And then at that point it becomes dangerous, you know? Like, there's a way to like carry yourself, but I mean, I guess that would be a whole different topic because that comes down more to character, but
yeah. But I do think that in terms of like your etiquette in the gym, a lot of it is taking care of what is not yours, for starters. It is not yours. You just pay to use it. Okay. So knowing the difference is very important. Showing up on time, cleaning up after yourself, right? No matter where you go, clean up after yourself in the gym, but also clean up after yourself in the restrooms. Like, geez, how many times that like we have to kind of like see some stuff we shouldn't be seeing is outrageous. But clean up after yourself, you know, like take some responsibility. I think that's definitely a gym etiquette concept. And one thing I don't think we added, and I really think we should, is don't talk over people. Like, if you have a coach, and everybody has coaches typically these days, don't speak over your coach, and especially to someone that's right next to you. Like, it's so disrespectful, and I really don't like it. I personally will put a stop to it. But yeah, like just Paying attention when you're meant to pay
Oh, I have
attention.
one more.
Yeah, okay.
I think, like, if there's an AMRAMP, like, you're trying to go for that set amount of time. So when the time finishes, like, as much as you might be finishing out around, like, that's when the time stops. So, like, just, like, respecting,
More so
like,
like
the...
4 time though.
No, 4 time or AMRAMPs, right? Like, if you're in an
Mm.
AMRAMP and it's 30 minutes and 30 minutes hits, but you want to finish out what you're doing, like, that's not how the program was designed.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. Like, basically, like, there's always those people that are like, can I just finish? Can I just finish what I'm doing? And they're like, no, you just didn't go hard enough. Like, you should have finished already. But a lot of the time, gyms don't implement, there's a lot of gyms that don't implement a time cap, or better yet, like, they don't actually, like, plan their coaching accordingly to, or scaling properly so that people actually do what they're meant to do. Because a lot of the time, if you think about it, people want to finish the workout because they were capable of finishing, but they didn't have the right weight, they didn't have the right reps, they didn't have the right number sets, whatever it was that actually made them feel like they weren't doing good enough. Like, so this kind of comes down to a bit of both. Like, both the coach needs to know, what's the stimulus here? What are we trying to achieve? Am I prepared and planned to execute that? And then the members should be like, hey, like, stop when everyone stops. This is a group effort. It's different if it's private training. It's different if you're doing it on your own. But if you're going to be in a class, then respect the class. So I really like the idea of rules, having like gym rules. I've always been pretty big on that. But it also sometimes does come down to like just common sense. So I think those are probably my main ones that I have, like, in terms of gym etiquette.
Same.
If there's any that you guys actually think of that we missed,
let us know.
Yeah,
in the
please.
comments.
Please, that would be super, super cool, because we would love to see. I mean, there's like, we don't see everything, guys, because we don't go to every gym out there, but we're just talking about what we experience and what we have experienced. So if you have been listening to some of our content here, you'll see that a lot of the things that we come up with is just really what we see. So this is not about trying to, be mean or negative or disrespectful to other gyms. This is just what we've seen and our experience with that. So, and everyone has, their own kind of take on what they've gone through and what they've seen and all that stuff. So, yeah, if there's anything else that you want us to cover, please let us know.
Yep, I think we're going to wrap it up there. Make good choices.
And move with integrity.